Okay, so this is the film called Dirty Little Whore. Yeah. It's like when I go out to nightclubs and that's what I see. I see that cycle of like women getting attention and then it's like, it's an exchange, isn't it? A woman will give her body in the hope that the man will return his emotions. And that's the thing, is when you go out on a Saturday night, you'll see thousands of women in Bournemouth all trying to make that bargain. They're all trying to make that deal, and it never happens. And then they end up feeling shit about themselves at the end of the night because some bloke uses and abuses them and fucks them in the arse, and then he doesn't return their calls or their texts the next day. And so what they do is they think, right, fuck it, and they go out and do exactly the same thing the next weekend. And they feel better for a little while until the next day, and they have to go to work and they remember what they've done. And that's that cycle.
So how's it different for you?
It isn't.
What normal people do to the difference between what they do and like prostitution. It's like one of the reasons why I first got into it is because between the age of 15 and 19 I didn't pay or queue to get into a nightclub because I shagged almost all the doormen in Bournemouth. Loads of my friends did it. Just a common thing to do.
Chemistry isn't just physical, is it? You can love beauty, but you don't have to touch it, you can look at it.
Yeah.
It's like a painting. Do you know what I mean? You don't actually get physical with that painting, do you? The painting isn't about touching, is it? It's about looking. And it's the same with the human form, isn't it?
Yes, can I see number 1 or number 4, which is like, did she have blonde hair or dark hair? I don't remember. You're going to shag this girl, you don't know what she looks like? You can't even remember what colour her hair is, or if she was tall, if she was short, if she was wearing shoes, if she was fully clothed. Cannot remember a thing about her. And you'd have to like open the door and go, which one do you want? It would just be like, so, because that's the bit that's a bit degrading when they're like, that one.
But then, like I say, it's that question, isn't it? It's like, go without and chase the dream, which takes faith and discipline, or have different levels of relationship with different people, which is ultimately is selfish and it's taking and it's using, which is what I spoke to you about before. Because I'm not actually giving you anything. So what does that do to your soul?
Went and got the money from the guy and took it out to my mum, and my mum was like, I think it was like £500. I think she realised it was a lot of money for not a lot of work, and I did really enjoy it. She asked me if I was forced to do it or if I had a drug problem. I didn't, I wasn't either, so, and I think for 3 years I'd kind of like found myself. It was absolutely my calling.
Okay, intimacy, yeah, so everybody ultimately wants intimacy. Most people's dream is to find one person that they connect with, like a soulmate, to share their life with and to do all those things with, yeah? And they connect on every level. It's that chemistry, mental, emotional and physical, yeah? That's what most people want, isn't it? But that's like the holy grail, isn't it? Because it's like we can all go through our lives, and if we do get an opportunity to get that, we generally don't know what we've got until it's gone. So what do? Go without and chase the dream, or just settle for what we can get?
He's one of those clients where I actually was just one of the reasons why I wanted to stop, because it was just too connected, and he really did treat me like a girlfriend and took me out for dinner and things, and I would let him take me out for dinner. I'd always like go somewhere nice and expensive or something and let him pay, but I wasn't actually getting paid to spend that time with him, so it would be like, really, well, I don't want to be here, we're not even friends, and if you're not paying me I don't want to be nice to you, even if I am getting a really nice steak dinner out of it. It's like when I went to Alton Towers, I was annoyed that he hadn't paid me per hour that I was there. And in fact, he paid me like £600 to go for the weekend and paid for us to stay in the hotel for the night, drove up there, I just slept all the way up there, slept all the way back, paid for all the food, paid for absolutely everything, but I spent 2 days and a night with him. That's like £3,000. And I was annoyed that he hadn't given it me, even though I only had sex with him once.
I think it's sad. Well, it's like I say, it's about that belief system, isn't it? is if you believe that that's all you're worth, or you believe that it's weakness. I see it as weakness. It's weak. Why do I do it? Because I'm comfortable with self, but it's not better than nothing. That's what you've created. That's what I've created.
She was a little bit of a trollop, and she'd go out and she'd get very pissed and end up in what could have been very dangerous situations. So when she was doing this, because she has got a bit of a sex thing going on, it just felt safe. You know, you just feel, okay, she's getting her needs met, she's getting paid, she's enjoying it, she wasn't doing it for drugs or, you know, for out of desperation. It was like, I just felt happier about it. Although it wasn't, and I think I said, it wasn't something that I'd thought when she was a baby, oh, bless you, I hope you grow up to be a prostitute. It wasn't one of my dreams for her, but it just felt safer than what she was doing.
But that's the whole point. It's not easy being who you really are. And being comfortable with that and embracing that, because that means all the things that we spoke about, the loneliness, the fear, facing up to that and accepting it and embracing it and becoming comfortable with it. That's the journey. And it's quite easy. We can go through life doing this and die and be unfulfilled and wish we'd have done it different. Or you can get to a place where you just stop and face yourself.